everyone, GeneralApple here, and today I have a special Marvel Rivals video for you guys because today I'll be making the long-awaited fun hero tier list for Marvel Rivals. So, as some of you may already know, I have been playing every single Marvel Rivals character, and each day I featured a different character on this channel. Now, there are some videos that I haven't published yet, but I have finished recording. That being said, I will upload this video today as I'm recording it because I want to start my rank journey and upload videos about that. So I want to get this video out there as soon as possible so you guys can enjoy it. But just so you know, I have finished playing all the characters. You are going to get the videos. Each day you're going to get a different video. So hopefully you stick around to actually watch them. If you did end up enjoying this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content because it truly helps the channel grow a lot. So, important thing to say before we start the tier list. As I said already, I have played every single Marvel Rival character. I have played every character for at least 5 games, which I'm aware is not the best sample size that can be. But you need to realize that most people that do this sort of tier list actually haven't played all the characters, or they play them for like 1 or 2 games. So, in my opinion, 5-game sample pool is more than enough to realize what is fun for me. And while we're on that topic, just remember, this is my personal opinion. Fun is subjective. So if I put a character that you enjoy on the D tier list, don't take it personal. It's just my opinion, and I'll try to explain to the best of my abilities why I put him there. I'll really try to make every character as accurate as possible to my taste and what I felt when I played them. Of course, this can change the more that I play certain characters. I did the same exact tier list for Deadlock, and so many have changed ever since. And yeah, definitely open for a change. Completely, you know, just take that into consideration. I'm just doing it based on what I experienced whenever I played this certain character for my first impression videos. So, with that out of the way, we can start. So this is alphabetical order, and we are gonna start with the man himself, Adam Warlock. Already starting off with a bang. Adam Warlock is an S tier. In my opinion, in terms of fun, Adam Warlock is just way up there. I completely fell in love with this character. He is incredible. He is so much fun to play. I love the fact that he doesn't have healing for basic attacks. You just have healing abilities. And that being said, they're on cooldown, and they do have 2 charges, but you do need to use the ability correctly. You always have to keep 1 charge on you just so you won't get stuck without any, and you can use them just to save allies. You do need to use them correctly because the healing bounces, and the bounce actually heals way less than the initial hit. So you do need to take into consideration who you're gonna heal first, which should be prioritizing the lowest target, of course, so they get the most healing, and then the bounce will prioritize targets that need less healing, but still do need it. So that is incredible. I just love the animation about it, just the snap. It's so smooth, just like... I love it. I love it. The smooth animation, the sounds, everything about it just concludes into fun for me. I love his voice line. I think he's amazing. The voice actor is phenomenal. I adore everything about him. From the passive, to the healing, to the ultimate, which is ultimate revive for everyone. Just born again! This quote. Oh, it's so good. It is so satisfying to listen to every single time. Adam Warlock is absolutely insane. I'm not going to include team-ups because, in my opinion, team-ups, you know, are relevant in most games. But when it's relevant, man, they're fun. But I'm not going to include this for this tier list because I think this should be a different, separate tier list. Because, again, you won't get a team-up on every single game, but you will have Adam Warlock base kit available at all times, right? So, yeah, pretty cool. I love him to death. I'm definitely going to spam him as a pocket healer. And is just tremendous amount of fun. And now, we have Black Panther. Black Panther, another S here. Hilarious, right? I mean, I love a character that plays fast. And Black Panther is just the definition of that. Now, I also love characters that are high risk and high reward. And I don't think there's a better representation of it in Marvel Rivals than Black Panther. You miss 1 dash and you're screwed. But if you hit... man, their reward is insane. You actually get so much damage done, potentially kills. It is super rewarding to play when you actually nail that combo. You need to be on your feet constantly. You cannot allow to stop for a second or you die. And I love this playstyle. Everything about his playstyle just connect with me. I will put him below Adam Warlock because I think his ultimate is kind of like okay. I'm not a huge fan of his ultimate, so he will stay behind Adam Warlock for now. But yeah, the rest of his kit is phenomenal. It's outstanding. Its basic attack, you pretty much never touch them, but I love his passive. And of course the dashes with the spears that marks, all that good stuff we all know and love. Black Panther, definitely an S tier. And now, we get to our first Vanguard, Captain America. A for America, no, I'm just kidding. I think Captain America is either low A or high B. I cannot really be sure where to place him, so I will probably put him on the B tier for now. I think his kit is actually pretty great. I love the shield. I hate the fact that you need to wait 1 second cooldown to actually raise it again. I think that kind of sucks, especially when Doctor Strange shield has absolutely no cooldown and you can use it whenever you want, and it's actually larger in size. Now you can claim that Captain America actually deflect projectiles, which is true, but the projectiles are random and I don't know. It kind of doesn't feel good. I love it when you can rinse the shield without cooldown, just like Doctor Strange. Really wish Cap could have done this. It's his whole shtick, right? Yeah. So on top of that, you have Permasprint, which is really fun. You have the Shield Bash, which is also really fun, and the Shield Throw, which is great. So all of these are just really great abilities. I don't think any of them pops off too much to actually justify like an A tier. And I also think his ultimate is one of the worst ultimates in the game in terms of fun. I think it's super boring ultimate to do. Whenever I have it, I'm not excited. I just use it to survive, and that kind of sucks. That actually takes way of my excitement for Cap and shaves just a lot of fun from him. I think his ultimate should have been like different or at least more exciting. So that's why I'm gonna put him on a B tier for now. But he's a high B for sure because I still love the rest of his kit. And now we have Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is a C tier. I don't like him. He's boring. I'm not a particular fan of his. I do kind of like the portal, but it's like a one trick and you have to wait for 2 minutes almost, even more, no, more than 2 minutes, like 3 minutes almost. And that is kind of crazy, even though I understand this ability is cracked. He's one of the best tanks in game, if not the best tank, but this is not a power tier list. This is a fun tier list, and I don't think it's fun. Just standing with your shield like this, it's just not fun for me. I don't like it. I like Captain America shield because he incorporates it into his abilities and you can use it while moving and while, of course, you know, just dashing away using your abilities. And that's why I like Captain America shield. With Doctor Strange, it just put you in a stationary place. And of course you can float with it, but again, nothing too exciting about floating, in my opinion. Also, his explosion, main damage dealer, is just an AoE explosion around you. You do have to charge it with basic attacks, which I think is kind of cool, but that's pretty much it. More to say, just keep him floating above the D tier list, and it kind of keeps him in the C zone. I don't think he's too exciting. His ultimate is great. I do like his ultimate. His ultimate is really cool, which, again, put him in the C tier list and not the D. But the rest of his kit is pretty boring, man. You can't just play a character for his ultimate alone. I didn't find him particularly fun, and that's why he's on the C tier for me. And now we have Groot. Now, I'm gonna get probably shredded in the comments for this. I think Groot is D tier. I think he's one of the most boring heroes in the game. I know he's a beloved tank for so many players. I've seen so many players spamming him, enjoying him, and honestly, I'm happy for you guys. But again, this is fun is subjective. I don't like Groot. I don't like playing Fortnite. I hate his walls. I hate everything about his kit. His ultimate is pretty dope, and that's pretty much it. I cannot evaluate a character basically on their ultimate alone. Yeah, Groot is not fun. I do not like the wall system. I do not like his basic attack. I do not like the fact that he has to reload his 3 arms for some reason. I don't like the fact that his right click is an exploding grenade that hits practically nothing if you put it, even if you put it behind people's feet. It's just not fun for me. His ultimate is great. I do think his ultimate is really fun. But yeah, other than that, I don't like anything about him. I truly do not like his playstyle. I don't like the wall. I know so many people adore it. It's just not for me. It's not my playstyle, and I truly hate it. So that's why he's gonna be our first D rank of, you know, this video. And now, we have the bane of our existence. We have Hela. Hela is a C tier. I don't like her. She's boring. I'll put her a bit above Strange because her basic attacks are kind of fine. I don't like her abilities. I like her ultimate. I think her ultimate is kind of cool. I love the first-person perspective that you get when you're using it. That's kind of new. I love it. That's really cool. and a change of pace. But her basic attacks are fine. The bird is okay. Her passives are, sure, whatever, just a exploding bird. I don't really care too much of it. And I don't know, her stun is like, again, okay. Like, it exists. None of her abilities really pops off. It's more that her ultimate and her basic attacks that's kind of put her above the D tier rank. She's just not that fun for me. I'm not a particular fan of her. I wouldn't be playing her for sure, even though she's like cracked right now in the current meta, but I don't like playing her. She doesn't feel good to play. And, you know, I'm just not having fun whenever I play Hela. She just feels boring to me. You just stand it back and throw your basic attacks until you have ultimate, and that's pretty much it. Not a particular fan of this playstyle, at least not with Hela. But yeah, that's why she's C tier. And now, we got the man himself. We got the Hulk. Hulk is borderline S tier. Borderline S tier. He's my most favorite tank. I'll say it right off the bat. I'll put him on high A. Now, the reason no Vanguard is gonna make the S tier last rank, Hulk is my favorite tank, by the way, and he's A. The reason for him, for me putting him on A tier, is one reason alone, and some of you may get mad at me, but I'll explain it. It's the shield. I hate the Gamma Shield, I'm sorry. I read so much about Hulk, I never read in my entire life, seen a video, seen a movie, seen a TV series where Hulk had a Gamma Shield. Now, I'm 100% sure one of you in the comments is gonna say, actually, on comic issue number 34, he had a Gamma Shield and he saved the world. I never saw it, okay? I never saw it, and if I didn't see it, I guarantee you, 90% of players didn't know Hulk can do Gamma Shield. I think it's cringe. I don't think you should have this ability. I think you should have a Meat Shield ability when you just... Imagine this. Instead of just having like a Gamma Shield, you will have this thing where you dash to an ally and actually give them protection, them with your own body. That is a Hulk thing. He done this in every single movie or TV series ever. That is so sick. Imagine if you could have done this instead of like Gamma Shield. It's just weird. It doesn't feel like Hulk. I love the fact that he's a meat shield. I think they should have capitalized on that and just made him so he can dash to an ally and protect him with his own body. That could have been insane. Maybe just give him a damage reduction. That also is saying... I don't know why they went with a Gamma Shield. It just feels inappropriate, at least for me. But that being said, why he's on A tier? Man, his entire kit is super fun to play with. I love him to death. I love his basic attack. I love the fact that you can infinitely jump to insane distances. I love his ultimate, which can save you from being 1 health to 1500 HP. I love the fact that he goes berserk with his ultimate, knocking everyone away. I love the fact that you get another ultimate while in your ultimate, just completely smashing someone, even if the ability is bad. It's so fun to do. It is incredibly fun to do, and man, he just feels amazing. Also, the, the Thunderclap, it have a different name. It has like a Gamma Ray thing. I don't know why they went with Gamma Ray stuff. It's super cringe, man, but it's called a Thunderclap, I believe. It's just like, bam! Oh, it feels so satisfying to do. The fact that it has 1 second cooldown on its ultimate and deal double damage is crazy. I love everything about it. It's insanely fun to do. Everything about his kit. Also, the shout that stuns, man, wonderful. I love using it. Crazy fun. Everything about his kit is good except the shield. I think the shield is garbage. I honestly wish they would change it. But again, my opinion, right? You can love it. I respect you for that. But this is just me, personally. So, that's pretty much for Hulk. And now we can go to Iron Man. I think Iron Man is, again, either high B or low A. I will put him on low A for now because I do like his kit. To be fair, I love everything about his kit. I don't think his kit is terrible. There are just a few things that I don't understand. Why the hell he needs to reload and why his entire kit revolve around is overdrive. I don't like the fact that his entire kit revolve around one ability that if it's on cooldown, you just need to stay the hell away from the fight. I don't think that's a good design choice. You deal basically paper damage whenever you're not in your overdrive. When you're in your overdrive, it's a completely different story. You just melt people. But other than that, he just feels like bad to use. And also, he has a useless ability that nobody ever uses, which is the micro missiles, where if you fly, you can shoot missiles. This ability never aims correctly, and when it does, it just hits your opponent for like 20 damage. It sucks. Just remove it. Replace it for something else, honestly. Anything else will be better, even a passive. Just don't have it because people don't click it. It's a waste of time. You can actually just use one more basic attack instead of the micro missiles and you will deal more damage. So yeah, it's just a really bad ability, but the rest of his kit is really fun. So his ultimate is just a one-shot atom bomb that just atomizes everything in its path. His flight feels so smooth. I can't believe they actually made a flight character based, you know, flight only based character. Feels so smooth. His flight feels amazing. I'm actually impressed with what they've done, to be honest, but I'm also impressed with Doctor Strange Portal and Spidey Web Swings, which we are going to talk about later on. And yeah, just flying all over the place feels amazing in Iron Man. The movement speed maybe could have been a bit faster, but I honestly think it's like fine. But yeah, I love his entire kit. His entire kit is great, except the micro missiles, which again, kind of weird. But I don't like the fact that he has to revolve around one ability. I think that's kind of suck, and that's what put him on the A tier for me. Without it, it will definitely be S tier. I still enjoy playing him. I will still play him from time to time. I think he's really great, especially with the team up, but again, this is kind of irrelevant. Yeah, really great character. I love him. So, A tier it is. And now, we have our boy Jeff. Jeff is B. Jeff is B, kind of middle of the road character. I don't think too much of him. I think he's just like stupid fun to play. At sometimes, and sometimes he's just like, okay. I'm not a huge fan of his heals. Healing over time just kind of feels bad in this game. I do love the fact that it's like a constant stream of healing, and the animation is really cool. Yeah, he just spits waterfalls at you. I think that's pretty dope. His right click are pretty fun. The bubbles, I do like the bubble shooting. I think it's very satisfying to hit. When you hit a direct hit, it deals a lot of damage. I think that's kind of cool. I love the fact that he can surface below and just climb walls. You know, he can enter the ground and just climb walls, healing himself. I do love self-sustainability. That is also pretty dope. And of course, the best thing about his kit is the ultimate, right? The ultimate is incredible. I think it's one of the most fun ultimate to use in the game. It definitely bumps him up to the B tier because, man, he's pretty fun. The ult is great. I mean, it's pretty much the reason why everyone hates him, but I love it. I just love using it. It's so satisfying to use, just spitting everyone on the outskirts of the map. That is such a unique playstyle. I absolutely love it. It can get stupid because it can grab people from the air for some reason. Maybe that will get fixed, but I don't think it will remove too much from the fun. I think most of the fun comes from just engaging in big team fights, swallow everyone, spitting your allies and spitting out your enemies outside of the map. And yeah, that is pretty much where the most fun comes from Jeff. I'm always excited when I have the ult. I love feeling excited whenever I get that yellow ding and you have ultimate ready. That just makes me feel good to play the game. That being said, his bubbles, his E, I think it's kind of boring. I don't really like it. I'm not a particular fan of it. I just usually just drop it on an ally to give him the health boost, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, that's why he's on the B tier. And now we have Loki. So, Loki is a funny one. I initially made videos in order where I started with a character that I thought I would dislike the most as early as possible because I wanted to get him out of the way as soon as I can. And I believe Loki was the 4th character that I made a video about because I wanted to get him. It was my first strategist, that's for sure. I wanted to get him out of the way as soon as possible so I can just be done with it and get my first impression on him. And let me tell you something. I could have never been more wrong about Loki in my entire life. Loki is the easiest S tier I'll probably have on this list, or one of the easiest S tiers. He's a cut above the rest. He's definitely the most fun strategist in the game for me. I was wrong on every single aspect of Loki, and I will explain thoroughly why. So, I'm a huge hater of stealth characters. Some of you may already know that if you watch my Deadlock video. I hate stealth character. I don't like anything about them. And Loki can be considered a stealth character. He does have it into his kit ingrained. The reason is he's the god of mischief, and I do understand it, that he needs to have stealth. But that's the thing about Loki. He doesn't really use it for stealth. He uses it for his main mechanic, the clone, or the illusions. Now, in case you don't know, Loki has a clone mechanic that basically replicate him, and he has stationary clones that cannot do anything, that cannot move, but they can imitate his basic attacks and some of his abilities. So, that is the thing. The clone system is genius. I love everything about it. I love the fact that you start really weak if you're 1 Loki, but if you 2, you double up, and if you have 2 clones, which is the maximum you can have, you just triple your efficiency. I love everything about it. I love clone management. I love the fact that you need to position them correctly, otherwise you will just hit structures instead of healing your allies or hurting your enemies. I love the clone management. I love the fact that you can swap with them. The swap is my most favorite ability of Loki. Just the... You notice something. Adam Warlock has a snap and Loki has a snap, and I just love it. It's so cool. Just that... It's so smooth, and the animation, it just instantaneously happen, and with that, it just feels so good to use. I don't know what about it. It just feels amazing. You just healing someone, Spiderman jumps on you, and you're like, you heal someone, Psylocke jump on you. You are saved. Right clone positioning, if you do this correctly, oh my god, you feel so damn powerful. You feel in control, and I love it. Now, while I'm not a huge fan of his stealth, admittedly, his stealth does create a clone, which I really like. I love being able to create a clone instantly right in my position. I love the fact that I can swap with a clone that is very far away from me and still generate a clone that is right next to me for extra efficiency. I absolutely love it. The stealth aspect of it, I kind of ignore. It can be useful. It's not that great, but it's more for the clone, and I'm all here for it. I love instantaneously making clones, and that is the most fun aspect of this particular ability for me. Now, his E, there's nothing too much to talk about. It just creates clones at a distance, which is obviously great. It's not too much fun, it just creates clones, and I do enjoy the clones, so obviously this ability is a natural for me. I love it, it's really fun. Nothing too exciting about it, but if you love the clone system, yeah, it's amazing. Now, pretty much his bread and butter, the ultimate. Wow, what an ultimate. I could not ask for a more fun ultimate in the game. It's probably the most fun ultimate in the game in my opinion, because it can be every ultimate. You just turn into someone with all the cooldowns ready to go, including their ultimate, so you can become an Iron Man, use all of his abilities, use his ultimate. You can then get a secondary ultimate and become like a Black Panther, become a healer, become a Luna Snow, copy your ultimate. Everything about Loki is top tier. I love him so much. His ultimate is incredible. Whenever I have it ready, I'm just like, who am I gonna turn into next? It's exciting, he's fun. I know he's an unpopular choice, probably because of his difficulty and the fact that he may not be as good as Luna Snow and Mantis right now, but I honestly think Loki is a sleeper. I think it's amazing. His ultimate charge time is also super fast. I really wish more people would give him a try. I'm certainly glad I did, because I was completely wrong about him. And if you haven't tested him and you haven't tried him because you thought he may be boring, please give him a try. You might change your mind. If you didn't, that's fine, but if you do, you will fall in love with him. I guarantee you that. So please give Loki a try. Definitely an S tier in terms of fun for me. I love him to death. He's gonna be my main healer. And yeah, just super fun character, and I'm so happy with how he turned out to be. So now, we have Luna Snow. D tier, I hate her. I hate her, I don't like anything about her. I hate her entire kit, which is quite a change of pace from the Loki we just talked about earlier. Dude, Luna Snow is so boring. I hate her basic attack. I hate the fact that her left shift ability is just to enhance her basic attack. I hate the snow thing that you put, the snowflake that you put on allies and then you just like forget about it. You can swap it, but like, okay, who cares? It's kind of boring. I hate her ultimate. I truly do not like her kit. I do love her passive. I think her passive where she skate forward is kind of cool. So I will put her above Groot for that. But yeah, I hate her entire kit. I literally, there's not a single saving grace for Luna Snow from me. I know she's the most popular healer in the game, probably because she's the strongest right now, but honestly, if she get a little bit of nerfs, I think most people would not play her. They will just opt to play a different healer. If you like Luna Snow, please let me know what you like about her, because I truly cannot understand what is so fascinating about a character that just does this the entire match. I honestly can see the appeal. Her abilities are pretty much non-existent. I mean, the stun is okay. I'm not a huge fan of it as well. Her ultimate is ultra boring. Just stole the match for 12 seconds. Like, bro, that is so boring. You can literally cut the game in 12 seconds and it will have the same effect as Luna Snow ultimate. I truly do not like her. I don't like anything about her kit, except maybe her passive, which is what's gonna make her slightly above Groot. But that's pretty much it. I completely hate her. I'm sorry if she is your favorite healer. Please let me know in the comments below what you think if you do like her, because I really try to understand you guys better. I make these videos to also, you know, connect with you guys. So make sure to let me know if you like her, what you like about her. And now we have Magik. Magik is S tier. I love Magik. I don't know if she's above Black Panther right now, to be honest. I think she's one of the characters that I need to play more and get better with to actually get a better grasp of how fun she is. I definitely haven't unlocked her full potential, so I will put her below Black Panther, but I definitely think that the more that I play her, I think she can be top of S tier. I love her kit. I love her kit. I love her combos. By the way, she's not a 3-star. I have no clue, like, why did they give her a 3-star difficulty? What the hell was going through their mind? She's a 5-star difficulty. She's way more difficult than Black Panther. I 100% guarantee you that. But yeah, once you get a slight grasp of her, she's so much fun. Once you do the one-shot combo, damn, I'll be damned. Like, it feels amazing. Her ultimate is kind of just like Refresher. It's the same thing, but stronger, which I think is great. I know most people think her ultimate is kind of boring. Personally, I love refreshing my abilities, and I think her base kit is so much fun that her ultimate, refreshing her abilities and just making them stronger and enhancing them, I think that is a great ability. I honestly think that you can't, you know, improve perfection, right? I don't think giving her any other ultimate would have been sufficient. I think that ultimate is perfect for Magik and how she plays. I love it. I love everything about her kit. The more I play her, the more fun she's gonna become. I'm sure of it. I am gonna try my absolute best to try and master her, because she is a very difficult character to, you know, play. But once I get her down, I'm pretty sure she's gonna be at the top of the fun tier list for me. So for now, I will put her below Black Panther. But yeah, definitely an S tier rank for me. Highly recommend you guys play her. The limbos are super fun. I'm not gonna bother to explain all the combo because it's really complex. So just watch a guide videos how to do that. Really cool. Love everything about her kit. She has a million abilities that you need to weave in together, which I find, again, really fun and rewarding to pull off. So yeah, S tier it is for Magik. And now we have Magneto. Magneto is, without a single doubt in my mind, the worst character in Marvel Rivals. I hate him. I truly suffered playing him. I only featured 2 games of Magneto because I suffered playing him so much I couldn't bear to play a 3rd game. Usually I show you guys 3 games on my first impression videos. Magneto and Groot were actually 2 games because I hated them deeply. Magneto is slightly below Groot because at least with Groot I love his ultimate. With Magneto I love nothing about his kit. I think he's the most boring character to play, and he's my most favorite X-Men. Well, definitely one of them, but he's like top 3 most favorite X-Men. I love everything about his lore. I love Ian McKellen like playing him. And I hate the character so bad in the game. I hate the voice acting. I think the voice acting for Magneto is absolute garbage. I hated every single aspect of it. No shade to the voice actor. I think he done an amazing job. I just don't think he fits. Maybe it's because I'm a huge fanboy of the old X-Men movies. And again, I don't think Ian McKellen is replaceable. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing the actor's name. You all know him. He's so good. I think he just ingrained in my mind how Magneto should be. And that's why I kinda don't like Magneto cadence in the game. But in terms of playstyle alone, removing animation, removing voice acting, dude, what the hell is this shield? It is so boring. He feels like Zarya from Overwatch, which is so boring. Nobody wants to play Zarya from Overwatch, at least whenever I played it. I played Overwatch when it released and 2 years after. Nobody wanted to play her for this exact same reason, and he has this exact same ability, and it also enhances his right click, which is, what the hell is this right click, dude? You shoot a magnet pebble. This is what the best you can come with Magneto. You could have thrown something at your enemies, like hurl some magnets at them, and you chose with a magnetic pebble? What is this? Dude, it feels weird. I know he's throwing the disc flying like around, like over his head. Dude, it doesn't seem anything like it. It looks like a magnetic pebble. It looked disgusting. The animation sucks. I don't like the way it feels. It feels like it had no impact, even though it does deal a lot of damage right now. I don't like it. I don't like his basic attack, which is like, ha, ha, ha. I don't like his mechanic where you have to charge your right click. I think it's bad. I hate his shields. His ultimate is fine. It's the better part of his kit, but again, not really fun. I mean, you could have gone for so many different things. Also, his shield is super boring. It's ultra boring ability, like the Diva shield they gave him. Super boring. I think they could have went with so much better. I mean, I agree. If you want to put a shield on Magneto, that's awesome. That's what he does. but I think it should have definitely a way better way of implementing that rather than just being like a bubble and that's it. Also, the shield that he does like this, I think Magneto should do return to sender. I mean, that's literally his whole thing. He does that in every single film and every single adaptation, right? He always like block projectiles and return them to the sender. I think if that would have been his shield ability, man, that could have been sick. But they kind of implemented it into his ultimate, but it's not really feeling like it because it's always the same magnet ball. It doesn't even grow in size. Really boring character. I did not like a single thing about him. And yeah, in my opinion, I think he's the worst Marvel characters to play. And to be honest, I think most players would agree with me. I've never seen a single Magneto tank in any of my games. And I have like 60 plus hours on the game by now. Dude, I've never seen a single Magneto. I've never seen him. It seems like nobody want to play him. I guess my reasoning is the reason why also no one else is want to play him. He's super boring. But yeah, that's pretty much all for Magneto. And now we have Mantis. Mantis is a C tier. I don't like her. I'm not a particular fan of her. I don't think she's ultra boring as Luna Snow is. I like the fact that her basic attack actually deals damage. She doesn't feel useless. Her slip is kind of meh. Her heals are okay. She's just a character that marks other characters, and that's pretty much it. Now, I do love Zenyatta from Overwatch, which she is similar to. But I didn't like her because, you know, it just kind of feels stale after some time. You know, I don't like her right clicks being like an empowering thing. I mean the healing and her basic attacks having to charge. She also has some resource management, which I'm not a particular fan of. I mean, not that I have any problem with her resource management. It's just that hers doesn't feel as impactful. I mean, it feels like she has it up and running at all times. And also, I'm not a huge fan of her heals. So, basically, I'm just not a huge fan of her kit. Also, her ultimate is super boring. It's the same ult as Luna Snow, but weaker. So, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. There's nothing in her kit that I really like. The reason she's above Luna Snow and actually in the C tier is because I do really think the Zenyatta playstyle of waving heals with damage is kind of cool. So, that's why I put her on the tier list. Again, she's one of the most favorite, beloved supports in the game. Everyone is picking her, and I understand that. Like, I understand that. If that's your playstyle, honestly, go for it. She's really cool. And yeah, if you love it, like, that's your thing. Personally, I haven't connected with her playstyle. But I will put her above Strange, though, because I think she's more fun than Strange. And now, we have Moon Knight. Moon Knight is a B tier. Moon Knight has quite literally no abilities except his basic attack, and his right click is the same as his basic attack, just larger. Now, the bouncing basic attack, I do really love it. This is really cool. His Ankhs also support the basic attack, which, again, if you like his basic attack, you are gonna love the Ankh. It's just naturally go together. I don't think too much of him. I think he's just a solid middle-of-the-road character. If you like his bouncing glaives, you will pretty much love the rest of his kit. I think that the glide is kind of cool. The grapple, again, not too exciting, but okay, just like cool. His ultimate is not fun. I did not like his ultimate. I think if his ultimate was different and good, he definitely would have landed in the A tier. His ultimate definitely knocks them down to the B. I will put him between Jeff and Cap, though, because I think it's more fun than Jeff. But yeah, it's very simple. Nothing too much to talk about. If you love the bouncing glaives, you will love Moon Knight. If you don't love it, you won't love Moon Knight. I love it, so I think he's like kind of middle of the road character for me, because I didn't like his ultimate. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing else to talk about there. And next we have Namor. Namor, in my opinion, is the top of C tier. And I think most people would agree. I mean, according to the play rate, that is, Namor is not really that fun. Even though Namor is one of the strongest characters in the game right now, and a lot of professionals are playing him, nobody really play him because he's super boring to play. I think his mechanic of just spawning squids and just basic attacking is kind of stale. That being said, I think that bumps him into C tier rather than being a D tier. I think his ultimate, I really love his ultimate. It's really reminiscent of the Poseidon Kraken from Smite. I really love that ultimate. That ultimate is sick. And also, his basic attacks are fun to use. I do love hitting his basic attack. It feels super satisfying to hit. and actually feels rewarding. So that is what put him on a C tier. But definitely what knocks him down is the shield. I don't like it. It's such a boring ability. Also the right click, which is essentially just an enhanced basic, and I did not like the turret mechanic. I think it's kind of stale. I mean, I don't think it's bad, I just think it's kind of stale. I mean, you drop a turret, it basically just automatically targets enemies. Okay, I mean, that's... it could be fun for some people, but especially for me, it's just not fun. I love aiming my abilities myself, so having an auto-aim turret can be fun for others. Personally, for me, I'm not a huge fan of it. So that's why he's C tier. And yeah, pretty much all for Namor. Really simple character. And I really hope more people, you know, will play him often, because he can be pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty much all for Namor. So now we have Peni Parker. Peni Parker, just like Loki, another character that I thought I would hate, but ended up being a pretty likable tank. I will put her on low A. That being said, I mean, she's really cool. The mine system, I usually don't really enjoy mine character too much, but they have made Peni Parker kind of fun. I do love the fact that you can put this mining spider that does the thing for you and create a complete area for you to actually get a ton of heal and movement speed on. You know, the web area, her entire mechanic revolves around that. It also hides your mines. Also, the mine mechanic actually ended up being pretty fun. Definitely to my surprise, I don't usually like mine characters, but she turned out to be pretty fun. Her ultimate, I think, is great. I love rushing into an enemy, just drop million mines and just knocking them out of the way. Again, not the most fun ultimate, but pretty fun. I am excited whenever I have it online, and I think that is the important part. And she's just a favorable tank. I also love the fact that she does not need to reload. You can just spam forever with her. I think that's cool. I actually like her right click a lot. The stun, really great. Such a short cooldown. You get to spam it and annoy the hell out of people. I absolutely love that. You can stop ultimates with it, like Spiderman and Scarlet Witch. I think that is massive and just a really good time. I had a good time playing with Peni. To my surprise, I actually thought I was going to hate her because I hate mine characters, but no, she actually surprised me. And she does have the web, I guess, like swing, you can sort of call it, that nobody ever really uses, which is kind of weird. I didn't understand this ability. Not a particular fan of that, but other than that, the rest of her kit is pretty fun. So yeah, A tier it is for Peni. And now we have Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon is a C tier. I just don't like him. I don't like his heals. I don't like the fact that he's very stationary character with his ultimate and his revive beacon both being stationary abilities that you just throw and just, you know, kind of forget about. That being said, I do love his healing and basic attack. I do love the fact that you can deal some damage, and also his bouncing heals kind of feels good to play. I do love using his heals. I think that's a very unique play style. And also I love the fact that he can climb walls ultra fast, and his rocket jump. I think his rocket jump is pretty dope. So that's why I'm gonna put him at the top of the C tier list for now. Or maybe even a low B, if I'm being honest. Maybe I'll put him, you know what, nah, I'm not a particular fan of his ultimate, so I'm gonna put him on low C. But yeah, that's pretty much. He's a very simple character. Again, you're starting to see a pattern here. I don't like stationary characters, and I love high face space character. So again, personally, to my taste, C tier for Rocket Raccoon. Scarlet Witch is A tier. I put her alongside Iron Man. I think she's slightly below him. I love Scarlet Witch. She is so garbage right now, but I love playing her. She is so much fun to play. I love the basic attacks that just follow your enemy around. I love the fact that you get charges for your right click being a powerful explosion shot that you do need to aim. I love her left shift to death. It's one of the most favorite escape abilities in the game. Man, I love it when you phase out. It's just such a clever way of designing her. Absolutely loving it. The stun, oh, her stun is so good to use. Feels so damn amazing to use, and her ultimate is just one of the most fun ultimates in the game to pull off. It is easily be counterable, which kind of lowers the fun of it, but damn, I'll be damned, it feels so damn good to use. I love everything about her kit. I think her kit is dope. I think that if she will get eventually buffed, I will definitely play her more often, but I love her. She's really fun for me. You see her in a lot of games, so I think most people would agree. She is a very likable character. And yeah, I just love her. I love her kit. She's really cool. And now, we got the man himself, Spiderman. So, Spiderman is, without a single doubt in my mind, the best character to play in Marvel Rivals. I honestly think that I would have never, in my entire life, would have guessed that you can make an online game Spider-Man feel so damn good. But somehow they pulled it off. Honestly, hats off to you. The web swinging is the most fun ability currently existing in the game. It's wow. It's unbelievable how could you make web swing as close as possible to a single player game. It is insane. It feels so damn good to pull off. It feels so realistic. It feels like it has weight behind it. You don't feel like paper when you're using it. You actually feel like you're swinging your webs across the place. I love the fact that you can swing your webs down to actually pull yourself, you know, faster to the ground or to your enemies. Dude, it feels so damn good to use, and the web swinging alone honestly should put him in the S tier. But other than that, just the combo, the way his entire kit weaves in together. So Spider-Man is the most difficult, hands down, the most difficult character to play in Marvel Rivals. 5-star difficulty even doesn't do him justice. He's a 6-star. Dude, he's nuts. When you pull off that combo, you feel so damn good. Everything he has is such a high risk, high reward because you're so squishy. If you get caught, you're dead. You need to constantly move, constantly weave your, you know, webbing up, getting your opponents just to turn around to you and then just escape with your web swing. You need to zip and zap all over the place. I love his playstyle. I love his quick melees. I love his double jump. I love his web crawl. I love everything about his ultimate. Everything about him is perfection. I wouldn't change. Is honestly one of the characters where I wouldn't change a single thing about his kit. Is amazing. Literally, the Amazing Spider-Man, right? Is incredible. Is just the best character to play in the game. I am going to main him. I've said it in my first impression video already. I don't remember if I published the first impression video. I don't think I have. It will come soon. But yeah, I am gonna main Spider-Man. I'm practicing with him every single day just for solely, you know, being the best Spider-Man there is. I want to climb ranks with him, and he's gonna be my main duelist. Continue now onwards, and probably until the end of times because man, he's just too much fun. And now we can talk about other characters that are not Spider-Man. We can talk about Star-Lord. Star-Lord is A tier. High A tier. He's very fun. He's very fun to play. I was actually kind of surprised. I do love all of his abilities. I mean, his basic attacks are awesome. I love the fact that you instantly reload with a jump with your right click. I love this left shift. It feels really good. You're not constantly in the air, so you do need to use your air time correctly. It's more of a dash rather than Iron Man just flying around and battling enemies. You can't really attack when you're using your dash, but it just gives you a little bit of air supremacy, more than enough to kill flying heroes, a lot to dash and avoid attacks. Really fun to use. I love the fact that you need to manage your airtime correctly because of that. Also, his guns, again, just feels amazing to use. Very similar to Tracer from Overwatch, if you played her. And yeah, his E is amazing. It's just basically a Reaper ultimate, but not on an ultimate. It's just like on a regular ability. That being said, the more opponents you have when you use your E ability, it's just like better because the damage doesn't focus on a singular target, just like Haze from Deadlock does. So you should have as many people as possible next to you when you use your E. But that kind of puts you in the difficult position where you can die in seconds, right? So you should be careful of how to use it. I love that risk play reward where you just get in, get out. Really cool. His ultimate is just Soldier 76 ultimate, but pretty much amped up to the maximum because you actually get free flight state while you're doing your ultimate. So that is sick. And yeah, everything about the kit is pretty much incredible. Now, I don't think he's on par with these characters simply because his playstyle is a bit simpler. As you can see, I love high difficulty characters because they make you think about how you're using your abilities instead of just like spamming them. And with Star-Lord, you just kind of spam your basic attack and zip and zapping all over the place. Not that I think that this is bad or anything. Obviously, he's on IA for a reason, but it just makes him a little less exciting than these characters, right? I mean, an ulti that auto-aims and you pretty much kill everyone is always going to be less exciting than an ultimate like Loki or Adam Warlock, right? Or Black Panther or Magik. Well, Black Panther ult is, you know, trash. It's just a bad example, but you know, Magik, Spider-Man, right? Where you have to think about how to use them. With Star-Lord, you just kind of pop your ultimate and you kill everyone. That's just usually how it ends. Or Luna Snow or Mantis have to ult to save their entire team. And that's pretty much what's gonna happen whenever you use this ult. You don't need too much thought to have too much thought about it. So yeah, high A, definitely. I am gonna play him a lot. It is kind of fun. Well, it is relatively fun. And yeah, as far as I've seen, he's a very popular character among people as well. And now we have Storm. So, controversial take. I think Storm is a B tier. I love her. I love Storm. I think she's really, really fun. And I know nobody plays her because right now she's really bad. But I honestly think that if she would get buffed, you see a lot of Storm playing players popping up. And I will say that the reason she's B tier and not A is because of the sluggishness of her movement. So Storm, just like Iron Man, is in a perpetual state of flight. And that being said, for some reason, they made Storm giga slow. Playing Storm feels like how you fly in a dream. It just feels unrealistic. It's like you're swimming. It's like you're underwater. She is so damn sluggish, and that alone knocks her from A tier all the way to B tier. To be honest, she can potentially be S tier if she get the right buffs, but that definitely put her on the B tier for me. She's so sluggish to play, and that is just awful. That being said, the rest of her kit is dope, except the right click being like a lightning bolt. I think they could have done like something way more exciting than that. Not that I hate it, I think it's just like, okay. But yeah, the rest of the kit is amazing. I love the auras. I love the amped up version, you know, the Lucio version from Overwatch. The movement speed aura is amazing. You can amp it up and give your team and your, you know, your circle way more movement speed. And then you have the damage aura, which is insane. You give your team a whole wide damage boost as long as they stand in the circle. And whenever you amp it up, you actually deal lightning damage to everyone in the zone. And the lightning animation is incredible. It feels really good to use. I absolutely love it. I love her basic attack, the wind slices. I hate the fact that she has to reload wind. It kind of just feels weird. But I love the basic attacks themselves. They feel so good to use. And honestly, I think that with the right changes, she can definitely be like an S tier. But right now, she feels super sluggish with her movement. And you can claim that it's a balance thing, but right now, that's how she plays, and it feels really bad. I mean, movement, if it's too slow, you just feel so sluggishly standing in place. It just feels bad, man. It just doesn't feel good. So that's why she's on the B tier, but definitely with the right changes, she can definitely end up like high A or even S tier. She's really fun. She is really, really fun. And now, we have the Punisher. So, the Punisher is high A. Now, you can hate me for that, but I'll tell you one thing, brothers. I will put him here, just slightly below Star-Lord. I love Station... Dude, I love simple characters. I love simple characters. It sounds weird. I love overcomplicated characters, and I love simple characters. I think Punisher, if you're coming from third-person shooter background, will be just the right pick for you. Honestly, I know he's never being played, even though he's really good in the meta right now. Nobody's playing him. I've never seen, like, maybe two Punisher player in, like, my entire 60+ hours of playing this game. I've seen, like, 2 or 3 Punishers. Nobody likes to play him, and I can understand why, but, man, I love him. I love him. I love his weapon. Just a regular assault rifle. Give me. Regular shotgun, I'll take it. I love it. I thrive off of it. It's such a fun ability. And it's amazing. The smoke grenade always feels good. The stationary, you know, how do you call it? Like turret. Oh, man, it's incredible. So much fun. Again, once again, you get that first-person perspective mode. Feels so damn good to use. I love the fact that you get a shield with it so you won't immediately melt after using it. And its ultimate is one of the most fun ultimates in the game. The Judge, Jury, Executioner. He yells it like crazy. And he arms himself with the most ridiculous amount of just ammunitions ever. Man, just insane amount of walking artillery. And you just, you like spam. And for some reason there are also missiles while you use it, which is the most random thing ever. I don't know where he's bringing those missiles from, but man, keep it going. It's incredible amount of fun, and I really love Punisher. I know that he's a simple character that most people skip on, but if you will honestly give him a try, I think you will enjoy him. That being said, one more ability, his grapple. I don't think his grapple is too exciting. Admittedly, I just kind of use it to go from, you know, point A to point B, and that's pretty much it. But the rest of his kit is super incredible. I just love shooter games, man. And if Punisher can give me that experience in Marvel Rivals, of course I'm gonna love him. He's great. And yeah, that's pretty much all for the Punisher. So now we can go to Thor. Thor, another A tier tank. really great. Really, really great. I love Thor. Thor is incredible. Is amazing to play. He's very unique. So Thor is unique in the fact that he doesn't really have a cooldown. He has what's called a shared cooldown. So all of his abilities go on cooldown at the same time. And whenever you use one abilities, all of his abilities go on cooldown. Now, his cooldown is universally 2 seconds on all of his abilities. And just like I said, once you use one ability, no matter what, you can use your dash, you can use your Mjolnir throw, everything will go on cooldown. So you do need to take into consideration which ability you're going to use. And I love this playstyle. I love this resource management. Also, he has a resource called Thunderbolt, I believe. And Thor Force, sorry. It's called Thor Force. I almost butchered it. You guys almost roasted me in the comments, but I remembered. So it's called Thor Force. It's a resource that you need to manage, and your abilities, of course, because they have no cooldown, they cost resources. And yeah, just a really great system. I know most people don't like it. Personally, I love resource management. I think it's great. And I honestly love all of his abilities. His right click, the Mjolnir throw, simple but good. His dash feels amazing. You can dash upwards and actually fly into the air. Crazy good. And I absolutely, oh my god, don't even get me started about his damn, I forgot, something rune, right? Awakening rune, something like that. Dude, it costs maximum amount of Thor Force, but without a single doubt in mind, I think it's the most fun non-ultimate ability in the game. Whenever I use it, I feel like a god. I feel like I am playing Thor. You just like go, okay, screw the melees, we're throwing thunder now. And you're like, bah, 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 bah. It feels so good. It feels amazing. And the amount of health you gain from it, you gain tankiness. You get so much out of it. The damage you deal is insane. I believe you just 3-shot every single squishy character in the game. Like 250 character, 250 HP character, or even 300 characters, you just like 3-shot them. Crazy good, crazy amount of fun if you can manage to land the hits. Super great ability to use, and his ultimate is actually fun. I know most people are hating on his ult. I think his ultimate is actually really fun to use. I know the damage is kind of lacking, and the fact that he lingers in the air for, you know, what feels like forever, it's kind of demoralizing for some people. I don't think his ultimate is the strongest part of his kit, admittedly, but I think it's fun. It's a fun ultimate to use. Definitely not the most fun, but still fun. So yeah, Thor, definitely one of my most favorite tanks. And right next to Hulk, slightly below him, I slightly love Hulk a bit better, but definitely an equal match. Like, damn, he's really good. He's really good. And now we have another tank. We have Venom. Venom, I don't know if I should put him on D tier or like low C. Let me think about it for a second. You know what? I think I'll put him on low C for a single reason, and that is the web swing. I truly think that the web swing actually kind of saved him. Again, like I said with Spider-Man, the web swing is the best ability they could have ever come up with in the game. And just because they gave it to Venom, is going to be saved from the D rank. I think C rank is more fitting because of this alone. And the reason I think the C rank is fitting for Venom is because I truly do not like anything about his kit. I hate his basic attack. I hate his ultimate. It's the most boring ultimate in the game. I hate his E ability where you just, okay, I'm low HP. You click it and it's a panic button. You just gain health. There's no real animation for it. It just kind of happens and you get like a million health back. It's kind of boring. I don't like that. I don't like his, I don't know how to even call it, a grab. Like you chain yourself to an enemy and pretty much after a few seconds they just get damaged. I think that's super boring. I don't like it. I don't like the animation for it. And the dive itself is pretty cool. I do like the dive. It kind of synergizes with the web swing. You need to web swing and then you dive at your enemies. I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty okay. That honestly alone, what saves him, the swing with the dive, is what's saving him from the D tier. Do I think he's more fun than Doctor Strange? I don't know. Doctor Strange has a shield, so I will put him here. I am a shield enjoyer, so I will put him below Doctor Strange. I mean, Venom is supposed to be, you know, like a meat shield like Hulk, but yeah, definitely terrible to play. I don't like him. I know many people do. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of him, so I am going to put him on the bottom of the C rank. And now we have Bucky. So Bucky, just like Loki, I thought I would hate him. I thought that I would hate Bucky, but it turns out he's one of my more favorite character in the game. So, question, do I love him more than Star-Lord or not? He's definitely a high A. I think I do. I actually think is either low S tier or high A, but I will put him on a high A for now, because I think I need to get better with him to actually get the full understanding of him. Like, I should get more games on him. Definitely suitable to change. But I loved him. I thought that I would hate him ever since I saw his kit, but the way he works with his passive is pretty much all for me. I love the fact that you need to incorporate your abilities and you need to weave them correctly to get a full damage output on your weapon, so you never have to reload, because he has a mag size of 3, which is ridiculous, right? But every time you use an ability, you just reload your mag and you gain a little bit of health. So I love the fact that you need to like shoot 3 shots, use an ability instead of reloading, or use 2 shots, use an ability. Like, constantly weave your abilities together. And I love the fact that you can pull a tank and completely demolish them with your hook. I mean, I love hook characters, and he has the hook, so that is really, really sick. And yeah, I just love everything about his kit. I thought he's gonna be boring, and I mean, couldn't be you know, more wrong than that. Also, his ultimate is one of the most fun ultimates in the game. Just executing people left and right, and the fact that it's actually a debuff rather than immediate execution makes it 10 times better and more fun, in my opinion, because you have a few seconds where you can actually execute your opponent and get the ultimate back. And what can be better about infinite executing ults, right? It's one of the most favorite ults in the game, and I love it. I love Bucky. I definitely feel like he can be an S tier if I play him a bit more, but right now he's on a high A. And now we have Hawkeye. Hawkeye, very simple character. I think I will put him, again, slightly above Bucky, maybe low S tier. I think I'll put him on low S tier. And now, I know you can hate on me, I just love Hanzo. What can I say? Hanzo was my most favorite Overwatch character, even though I sucked at him at the time because I didn't really take the game seriously. I wasn't truly a competitive Overwatch gamer back in the day. And yeah, I love Hanzo to death. Hawkeye is just the Hanzo of Marvel Rivals. He feels so damn good to play. Whenever you hit that one-shot headshot, it always feels super satisfying and rewarding, because it actually is kind of difficult to hit with him. Not too difficult. They were extremely generous with the hitbox. I'm not going to sit here and claim that hitting headshots with Hawkeye is the most difficult thing ever. But you do need to aim. You do need to have aim and prediction timing. So that is things that I love. His ultimate, I actually really like his ultimate. I know it's not the best ultimate in the game, but I love it. The after images, the fact that you have 100% focus at all times when you use your ultimate, and you just I love it. It's a really unique playstyle. That's really cool. I always feel good whenever I use his ultimate. I love the fact, and by the way, one of his abilities, one of the most favorite abilities of mine in the game, is the slash. Dude, the fact that a Spiderman can jump on you and you're like, ah, with the katana, it's so good. It's so satisfying to use. And it's single-handedly one of the most satisfying abilities in the game, at least for me, and I love it to death. It's so much fun to use. His melee attacks are amazing. You can use it to deflect projectiles coming your way. They actually deal a really good amount of damage as well. Which you will rarely use them for the damage, but still, really, really good abilities. Man, I love them. And the double jump, nothing too fancy to think about. It's just like, okay, it's like, good, sure, I'll take a double jump. But yeah, most of his fun comes from his, regular kit rather than his ultimate. Again, like I said, this sword slash with the katana is just, it's perfect. And I don't think he has explosive arrows. I think this ability is fake. If you ever seen someone using the explosive shot, it's fake gameplay. Like, don't believe it. It's non-existent. You always use the piercing shot. That's pretty much it. And yeah, the most fun come from is just regular bow playstyle. So that's why I think it's so great. If you love Hanzo, you'll definitely love Hawkeye, and I love Hanzo to death. So Hawkeye was a natural pick for me. And now we have Psylocke. So, as some of you may already figured out, Psylocke is S tier. Now, question, where do I put her? I think I put her right here. I don't know if she's above Black Panther or not. Nah, she's probably above Black Panther because she actually uses her basic attacks, unlike Black Panther, which only uses his abilities. So I will put her above Black Panther. Because of that, I love everything about Psylocke. I love her basic attack, I love her dash, I love her right click when she just throws shuriken and immediately recalls them to deal more damage on the way back. I love her ultimate, which is the old Fiora ultimate from League of Legends. Fiora used to be my main, I used to be a top laner, so I love just Psylocke ult. It really reminds me of the old times when I used to play Fiora on League of Legends before she got reworked. And yeah, super fun character. She is a stealth character, admittedly, but you use the stealth more of like an escape tool and just like a movement speed boost. You don't really use it to like, engage people. So I think that's kind of fine. I mean, again, not my most favorite part of the kit. I'm not a huge fan of stealth characters, but, you know, the dashing into the melee, which, by the way, the melee feels amazing. The reload animation is incredible. The voice acting, again, incredible. And to be honest, I think she's the most beautiful character in the game, not in terms of character design, but in terms of how her abilities look. I honestly think the developers put the most effort into designing her, well, the designers did, because the art team did a phenomenal work. Every single ability you use feels so incredible. Whenever you dash, you have the butterfly wings. It just feels amazing. The melee has sort of this like I don't know, like Psylocke thing where you have the side blades. Looks amazing. Shurikens looks incredible as well. And of course the ultimate when she fly like a butterfly, cutting everyone in the circle, just looks incredible. She feels, looks, and plays incredible, and that's why she's kind of an easy S tier. I am gonna turn her into my main alongside Spiderman as my main duelist probably. Of course with Black Panther and Magik. Hawkeye I'm probably gonna play less, not because of the fact that he's instantly banned in every single match, but because of I have more fun characters to play. I do love melee, and she kind of plays melee. You kind of notice a pattern right now where all of the S tier duelists are melees, and Psylocke is kind of melee. She's close rangey, pseudo melees. So yeah, you can notice a pattern, right? And that's pretty much it for Psylocke. She's just an amazing character. And now we have Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl is a D tier. I hate her. I don't like anything about her kit. She's truly a boring character. I honestly, dude, like, why she exists? What is this? And don't get me wrong, Junkrat was one of my most favorite Overwatch character. She's completely different from Junkrat outside of basic attack. I don't like the tail jump. I don't like her reload and get another ability for free thing because her abilities are boring. So naturally, just giving me one more boring ability, I don't care for that. I don't like the squirrel throw. I do like her basic attack. I guess that's the only saving grace. So that's why I'm going to put her on the top of the D tier. But other than that, man, her ultimate is absolute garbage. It's the worst ultimate in the game, and I hate using it. Whenever I see it's active, I'm like, okay, let's just use it and get rid of it as soon as possible. I don't like it. I don't like anything about her kit except her basic attack, and that's pretty much why she's on D tier. There's honestly not too much need to expand on that. In my personal opinion, she's super boring to play, but again, that's just me. If you like Squirrel Girl, don't take it too don't take this to heart. I know a lot of people are playing her. I have seen people playing her a lot. Personally, she's not for me. And now we reached our final four, starting with the Black Widow. Black Widow is a high A character. And the reason she is above Punisher, even though they're both simple characters that use simple weapons, is because I love snipers way more than I love assault rifles. I play CSGO for almost a decade, or Counter-Strike in general for almost a decade, and I'm an AWP main. Black Widow just shoots directly into my playstyle. To be honest, she could have been an easy S tier if the rest of her kit was actually fun. Her entire kit is kind of her just sniping people, and I think that alone is worth an S tier. The only reason she's being dragged to A tier is the kick, which is absolutely trash to use. You literally stand in front of somebody, you use the kick, and you somehow miss. I have no idea how. Also, the ability itself is not too exciting. The sprint, I think it's fine. It's not too great. It's just like, okay. And that's it. She doesn't have anything else. She just has the sniper, which I have to admit is like an S tier on its own. But the kick and the sprint not being too overwhelming, or like being this underwhelming, I think that's just what drags her to A instead of being like an S tier rank. If she had different ability that is fun to use, she would have definitely been S tier, even above Hawkeye. But because of those abilities, I'll just have to give her an A tier. But just so you know, I love her sniper gameplay to death. I think it's one of the most fun things in the game to do. And now, we have Iron Fist. So Iron Fist, easiest here. I do love Iron Fist. He's the last character I've played and made a video on, so you are going to see the first impression video coming a bit later, because he's the last character that I've played on my roster. Ever since I saw a trailer, he seemed super fun to play, and I couldn't been more right. He's actually insanely fun to play. Is he above Psylocke? Probably. I do really like him. Is really close to Psylocke, to be honest. I don't know if he's slightly below or slightly above, so I will put him slightly above because I played him recently and I still have this excitement lingering above me. But yeah, he's really fun to play. And man, I love him so much. To be honest, I should put Adam Warlock kind of between these two. But yeah, really fun to play, really good. I love him. He's so good. Everything about his abilities is omega fun. I even love the meditate, the self-healing. I love when you don't have to rely on your healer to just heal. His kick feels incredible. His fist, obviously 10 out of 10. The flurry of fist is insanely good. Man, it feels amazing. And the counter, oh my god, it feels so good when you do like this and then you hear like the ting, like the sound is incredible. The sound design on him in general is amazing. And the ultimate where he yells out Chigua Jongho, something like that. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. Any of the Chinese viewers, like, don't kill me in the comments. Dude is incredible. I love him. Everything about him, from his design, the way he looks to the way he plays. Absolutely everything. He's an incredibly fun character. Just like Psylocke, actually very similar to Psylocke. So yeah, just on par with her. Both definitely representing different cultures and aspects of those cultures. Definitely nailing the two of them, each of these characters. Absolutely incredibly fun to pull off, and you can expect to see more Iron Fist gameplay coming soon. That being said, I really hope he will get buffed because he is kind of on the weaker side right now, but irrelevant to the fun. I think he's really fun. Also, I love the fact that he dashes to his opponent, so you just continuously sticking on your opponent, and it has no cooldown, so you can literally stick to an Iron Man or Storm just flying around, constantly punching them, which looks kind of weird in game, but it actually feels really great. And yeah, pretty cool character. Of course, his ultimate, again, being him, but incredibly powerful in every single regard. So really cool character. I love him a lot. I'm definitely gonna spam him. I love him to death. Really great character. And now we have Cloak and Dagger. Now, most people are gonna hate me for this. I actually think Cloak and Dagger are like mid. I'm honestly not a huge fan of them. I think they're okay. Again, I don't like auto aim assist. I think that's kind of cringe. People love it. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of it. And also, there's one thing that I should mention, and this is just like, again, a me thing. In my entire life, I've played as hero-based games, MOBAs, all my life, right? Never have I liked a character that switches. I never liked character that can swap their abilities. It just seems so weird to me. The only exception I can make is Troll Warlord in Dota 2, and I didn't really like him either. Yeah, Cloak and Dagger is no different. I just hate characters that swap abilities. I never was fond of Hell from Smite, which plays exactly like Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, I don't like him, man. I just really don't like him. I think they're honestly worse than Jeff in terms of fun. I do really like their abilities individually. I like Cloak more than I like Dagger. I really don't like Dagger a lot. I like Cloak shift ability. I think it's one of the more fun abilities to do in a game, like the phase shift. I think that's really cool. Other than that, I think their kit is like okay. I mean, the Veil is fine. It's kind of boring. I mean, it's okay. And yeah, I mean, the shifting position. I mean, I do love the fact that you shift your basic attacks. You can become a damage dealer with Cloak. But again, nothing too exciting, and their ultimate is okay. I'm not a huge fan of their ultimate as well. So I think they're like either a high C or a low B. I will give them a low B because they're definitely way more fun than Rocket Raccoon. They're way more active, but they're definitely below Jeff. I do love Jeff more than love them. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Cloak and Dagger, and it's left us with the only character on the roster, Wolverine. So Wolverine is so close to being S tier. It is literally this close. And the only reason I'm gonna put him on the top of A tier is because he should have been a Vanguard. I don't think Wolverine should have been a duelist. I think he should have been a Vanguard from the start. Putting him on duelist kind of just, you know, screws him up. I think way more people would have played tank if Wolverine was a tank. I feel like his HP should have been a lot more, instead of just being like, you know, squishy target with a passive. Also, I think his passive is trash. I don't think his passive is like fun in any other shape or form. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying it's not fun. I don't know why they then went with a passive that continuously give him regeneration. The more berserk the more rage he has accumulated. I think that's way more lore-wise correct to do, like the correct thing to do. And I kind of wish it was a tank with more health. I really think it could have been an easiest S tier tank if they just gave him more HP and just a different passive, a regeneration passive. But that being said, the rest of his kit, I love his basic attack, I love his rage passive, I love his cooldown reduction howl, ferocious howl, I love his ultimate. I know people hating on his ultimate, I honestly think his ultimate is one of the most fun ultimates in the game. I love it, you just lift someone up and then you just swirl, like dash at them. Dude, this is super fun, and his lunge is one of the most fun abilities to do in the game. Even though the hitbox is kind of finicky right now, I'm pretty sure they will fix it. But yeah, it's the most fun ability in the game, and the fact that you get those insane basic attack immediately after using it, dude, what a fun gameplay loop. I love Wolverine. He is truly so much fun, and the only thing that prevents him from being an S tier is the fact that he's not a Vanguard. Make him a tank, it will be an S tier. Easy. And change his passive. That's pretty much, these are the two reasons he's on A tier. He's so close to being S tier. But yeah, I will put him on the A simply because of those reasons. But man, that's pretty much all for now, huh? Hopefully this video was, you know, fun for you guys to watch. I have waited for a long time to pull off this video. It's been such a long time. I have been, ever since I've started playing, it's been almost, the season is almost over and I never even started rank. So it's kind of funny. I will start grinding rank from today on, and you can expect rank videos in between the first impression videos. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you did, make sure to let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But just a reminder, guys, this is subjective. If you love any of the heroes that I put on the bottom, or you hate any of the heroes that I put on the top, make sure to comment and let me know, because I truly want to connect with you guys. And just remember, fun is subjective. This is my tier list. It doesn't mean that any of these characters suck or these characters are good necessarily. It's just fun, right? So please, if you agree or disagree, make sure to let me know what you think in the comments below, because I will be responding to your comments. I truly love reading those, and they are the reason why I do this. I make these videos in the first place. So yeah, that's pretty much all for now. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.